One of the most time-consuming processes in any implementation is moving the data in our old system to our new system. The thing that's going to trip you up here and make it so that you spend more time and money on this process is not having a plan and not organizing your data. I'm going to help you do that. Make sure you stay for the whole video because there's one plan in particular that I think fits most people's needs and saves you a lot of time and money. The data that we're moving over is comprised of two types. We've got our transactional data, which is sales orders, journal entries, things that happen over and over and over. And then we have our reference data, stuff like our contacts, people that we do business with, and our products, our chart of accounts, things that are more or less static. They may change over time, but we're always going to keep referring back to them. So let's start with our reference data, just because it's easier to understand and pretty much everybody's going to have to bring over a certain amount of these. So going over to our demo here, one of our biggest reference data sets and probably one of the easiest ones to understand is our contacts. So we do business with a lot of different people and we want to keep doing business with those people. We also may have some history with these people. So if we want to bring in history of any sort, so transactional data that's already happened, we need to have these people in our system so that we can refer to them from sales orders, from invoices, things like that. These list views for reference tables are a great jumping off point. So we obviously need a name, we need a phone number, an email, might need a salesperson they're assigned to, and we need address information. So certainly make sure and include as much information as you can. It's helpful to us and it saves us time going forward, but also make sure that you remember the data that's important to you and your company. What I mean by that is this. So Abigail Peterson, because of our type of business, we may store her dog name, or we may store her favorite type of chocolate. There's a lot of different information that we may be storing that we don't want to lose just because we're coming over to ODOO. So let's take a step back and make sure we're understanding what we need to do here. Okay. So the best thing that we can do is we can get a full export, so every single piece of data for each reference table that we have. Once we have that, we want to go ahead and do two things. I don't really care which order you do these two things in, but do both of them, please. The first is to go through every single column in your spreadsheet and see, do I need this data? Because if you don't need it, there's no reason to bring it across. That being said, I would encourage you to make a copy of each of these spreadsheets before you start messing with it, just to have a base data set that you pulled from your old system to keep somewhere just in case you need it. The next thing I want you to do is go through and see which of these records are active and which aren't. So for customers, if they're not an active customer with you anymore, you don't want them going up your new system. If it's a product you used to sell but you don't anymore, you also don't want that gumming up your new system. Okay, so let's pause for a second and talk about transactional data. Transactional data is, again, something like sales orders or journal entries, things that happen over and over and over. Now, we're not going to want to bring over transactional data until we're live in ODOO. If we're bringing in historical information, we want to wait until we're done using our old system. Just wanted to make sure everybody had that in their mind so that you're not preparing this information before you're ready to move over. Sales orders especially can be very valuable to us in the future for marketing purposes. That being said, transactional data can be especially difficult to get into ODOO because when you have a sales order and you confirm it, deliveries are created. When you're done delivering it, you create an invoice. There's a huge trail that gets created that you don't want to be there because you've already done all of that. So this is a key decision point and really where a lot of people get caught up and they end up spending way too much time. You really need to decide what kind of history you want to bring into ODOO. And to help you make that decision, I've got a few criteria here. The first thing you need to consider is, am I going to be actively referencing this data? Not, do I think I'll need this potentially down the road? That's not important enough. If we're not actively referencing this data, we don't really need it in ODOO. The other thing that we need to consider here is, perhaps could I bring this into ODOO in a summary format? So this is mostly relating to journal entries. Could I get by with having a massive journal entry each month that brings my balance sheet and P&L up to date? we need to consider these things. No matter what we decide to do with our transactional data, we want a full dump from our old system, especially if we're not renewing any licenses there. We want to have access to all of this information. We just may or may not want this inside of ODOO. So really, to make sure we're all on the same page, I would like to look at both ends of the spectrum. So on one end of the spectrum, we have the most time consuming. That's saying we're bringing in everything active and inactive for our referential data, and we're bringing in every bit of history that we could. On the other end of the spectrum, we're only bringing in the active referential data and no history whatsoever. These are both viable options, but really the middle ground is what I would recommend for most people. This middle ground requires us to import all active and inactive products because they're going to be represented in our transactional history somewhere. So we're not saving any time there really. Along with all of our referential data, we want to import our sales orders because this gives us a nice history we can mine for marketing purposes. Along with this, we want to do a journal entry each month that makes sure that our financial statements are accurate. We do not, however, need to bring all of our journal entries in. We're going to have a nice Excel spreadsheet with a pivot table that allows us to mine that data if we need to later on down the road. The only journal entries that we are going to bring into ODOO are active journal entries. These open journal entries will mostly be invoices that our customers haven't paid us for yet and bills that we haven't paid our vendors for yet. We want to make sure that our aged receivable and our aged payable matches exactly. So I've given you my recommended solution. You can do what you want with that, but the steps are still going to be the same for preparation. So let's go over them real quick. Get a full data dump of all of your reference tables from your old system and save them to a secure location so that then your working copy isn't going to cause any problems for anybody else down the road. Before you move any further, make sure that you have your plan in place for your transactional data because it's going to affect how we deal with our referential data. Once you have that plan in place, start cleaning up your data and get it ready to go into ODOO. Again, I will do some videos on each of these reference tables and honestly the transactional tables too to help you import this successfully. So don't get stressed out about that. You'll then want to import your data into ODOO, and again, reference my other videos. Once you have that data in there and you've configured your system, you can go live in ODOO. You don't necessarily need the historical transactions in there to do it, and I would recommend, normally speaking, that you wait to get that history in so that you don't have to deal with that before you go live. The only exception to this is your aged receivables and aged payables. You'll want those in your system before you go live, or at least be able to refer to them still. Once you get all comfortable with ODOO, now it's time to talk about historical transactions and getting those in. You may want to rush these, you may want to get them in sooner rather than later, but I would definitely encourage you to just wait because you may not need them as much as you thought you did. Once you're comfortable with what you want to do here and what history you want to pull in, go ahead and refer to my other videos on each of those data sets and we can get them in. So really this is how I would approach the import. I wouldn't rush historical transactions. I'd make sure to only bring in the referential data that I need. Keep it nice and clean and simple because the main benefit, or at least one of the main benefits in my mind, of going to a new system is a fresh start. You don't want to throw a bunch of garbage into your new system. You want it to be nice and clean and for it to work as well as it can. So good luck with this. As always, if you have questions, please drop them in the comments below. But hopefully this helps you frame how you need to approach migrating data from your old system to ODOO.